In this tutorial, we are going to demonstrate how to install .NET Nuke version 4.8.1 to Windows Vista. You can install .NET Nuke to Vista Home Premium, Business and Ultimate editions. We are going to walk you through how to configure and install the required programs for installing .NET Nuke using a fresh installation of Windows Vista Ultimate. Once we have set up the required programs, we will then demonstrate how to install .NET Nuke to Vista Ultimate. For this setup, we will be using Internet Information Services, or IIS, the .NET 2.0 framework, and SQL Server Express. So, as you can see here, we have just installed Windows Vista Ultimate. Once Vista is installed, make sure you connect to the internet and download any updates for Vista. Before we install any programs, let's change the default configuration of Vista so that it is running for best performance. This will help to speed up your .NET Nuke installations. So to enable best performance, we'll go to the Start menu. We'll select the Computer option and we'll click on System Properties. In here, click on Advanced System Settings. Click on Continue. And here we can access the Advanced Performance Settings. So click on the Settings button here. And click on the radio button for Adjust for Best Performance. Click on Apply. Click on OK. And we'll click on OK. We can close this window. We'll also remove the desktop background, so we'll right-click on the desktop, select Personalize, click on Desktop Background, select Solid Colors, and select a color for your desktop background. We'll select that color there and click on OK. I also switched the Start menu to the Classic Start menu. This is not necessarily for best performance, but I find it quicker to navigate using the Classic menu. So to do that, just right-click on the Start button, select Properties, and select Classic Start menu. Click on Apply, and OK. And there we have adjusted Vista for best performance. If you want any further tips on this, just search on Google and you'll find plenty of resources on improving the performance of Vista. So the first program that we need to install is Internet Information Services, or IIS. To do this, we need to go to the Start menu, Settings, and navigate to the Control panel. In here, select Programs, and under Programs and Features, select Turn Windows Features on or off. Click on Continue. You need to wait for the Windows features to load, and within here you can see the option for Internet Information Services. Tick this box, and we'll expand the options for Internet Information Services. And within here, we'll actually select all of the options. So within Internet Information Services, we have enabled all of the services within Web Management Tools and World Wide Web Services. All we need to do now is click on OK. And Windows now installs Internet Information Services. So IIS has now been installed, so let's close the control panel window. And to check that IIS is working correctly, open Internet Explorer. And enter the URL of http://localhost. Click on Go. And you can see that IIS 7 has loaded. This notice of the information bar pops up. We'll click on Close. And the information bar informs us that Internet settings are now turned off by default. Internet settings are less secure than Internet settings. Click for options. Click on this information bar. And you need to enable Internet settings. It will ask, are you sure you want to turn on intranet level security settings? Click on yes. And IIS 7 will now be correctly working. The next thing that we need to do is download SQL Server Express 2005. So to do this, go to this website. And from here we can download SQL Server Express for free. So click on the Download SQL Server Express link. Here you can register, which will provide you with further resources when working with SQL Server. We'll just click on No thanks, please take me to the download. You can see in step 1 it states download the Microsoft.NET Framework 2.0. With Windows Vista, the Microsoft.NET Framework 2.0 is already installed. So we can scroll down and we need to select which version of SQL Server Express to download. I'm going to download the Advanced Services edition of SQL Server Express. So this is a large download at 234 megabytes, but it just gives us a few more facilities that may be useful, for instance, when experimenting with module development in .NET Nuke. So click on the download link here and save this to your computer. So here you can see I've downloaded SQL Server Express to the local disk C.